Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where a man with a long history of getting harassed and assaulted by the city's police department gets pulled over once again for no reason, resulting in yet another illegal detainment. On October 16, 2023, a man, namely Mr. Steve, was driving to run some errands related to a business he planned to start. However, Officer Relini with the Lethbridge Police Service suddenly sped through traffic, made a dangerous left turn at a corner, and ran a red light just to catch up with Mr. Steve's vehicle. Surely there was something very serious that Mr. Steve had done, right? Well, not at all, actually. Let's watch the footage captured on Mr. Steve's mobile phone. You will soon realize how tyrannical Officer Relini was.
Hi there.
What do you want?
Can I see your driver's license, registration, and insurance? Yeah, if you just roll your window down, I'll take that there, sir.
You can grab it.
Okay. Can you roll your window down so I can talk to you?
We're currently talking, buddy.
Okay. Is there some concern?
Yeah, you guys have assaulted me way too many times. You guys have pulled in the court. You guys have lied in court. You guys have got me assaulted. Like, everything, man. You guys are so full of I know you're corrupt as and I do not want anything to do with it. I'm leaving this city very soon, so you guys won't ever have to deal with me anymore.
Okay.
So
if you feel more comfortable, I can certainly allow you, if you want to drive to the parking lot of the police station, we can...
No, I'm fine right here, man. I got my phone, I'm recording you. Okay. So
Have we ever met before, Rob, is it?
You probably met me thousands. Every cop in the city knows my name. You guys literally are at my door every single day harassing me. You guys do literally everything you can to piss me off. You guys falsely lie in court, everything. Like, I do not want anything to do with you guys. You guys are absolute...
Okay. To my knowledge, Stephen, we've never met.
I know that we probably have, because every single cop in the city has something against me.
Okay. I see you're quite anxious.
Yeah, I am. I'm very anxious because I don't want to get assaulted again.
Well, I'm not here to hurt you.
Well, you guys already have. You guys have dislocated and broken vertebrae in my neck and my back. You guys could have paralyzed me, and those are still on the street.
That's a separate matter. Has nothing to do with me. Okay. I appreciate you may have had a bad interaction, but that's
so many.
Okay.
So far into the encounter, one thing we can judge is that Officer Relini was rather soft-spoken and didn't appear to try and blatantly trample Mr. Steve's rights. However, bear in mind that this does not change the fact that this traffic stop was completely bogus. More on this soon. Also, really quickly, note how Officer Relini was quick to ask Mr. Steve to roll down his window even though there was ample space for both parties to communicate and pass documents. Generally, there is no law, statute, regulation that requires you to put your window down all the way. It's understood that 1 or 2 inches are usually more than enough to conduct business with law enforcement. Before we continue watching the footage, it's equally important to understand why Mr. Steve appeared rather agitated and nervous in this encounter. As mentioned by him, he's had countless interactions with officers at the Lethbridge Police Service, and none of them were fruitful. In fact, he apparently had his neck and back dislocated in a scuffle with officers, not to mention the broken vertebrae. If all of this is 100% accurate, it makes perfect sense for Mr. Steve to act this way. Now let's find out why he was stopped. Get ready for it.
Reason that I stopped you, Stephen, I noticed a couple of things. Your vehicle is very, very loud.
Yep.
The exhaust is loud. You were coming down 3rd Avenue at a high rate of speed.
I was doing the speed limit.
And you went through an orange light. You were late on a red. And you've also got a...
You're allowed to go through an orange light. I'm confused on what that's supposed to... I was going the speed limit. It changed as I was going through it, and I rushed through it because I didn't want to have to slam on my brakes. That's completely legal.
So the actual law is you can be charged for failing to stop for an orange light. You're supposed to stop for orange.
When you're halfway through it already, how are you supposed to stop? If you want me to stop in the middle of the intersection?
I'm not going to debate the laws. I had nothing to do with their creation. Okay.
So that's the law, is if it turns yellow, you have to stop in the middle of the intersection.
Okay, but you were cutting me off and not allowing me to finish. I know you're upset. I'll tell you what, Stephen, I'll give you a few minutes because you're a little bit elevated, and so I'll give you a few minutes just to kind of reset, and maybe we can approach this thing. And I'm not looking to give you a hard time at all here, and I need your cooperation and help. And you know, I don't like talking to people when they're elevated, right? I know you're upset about something. It's nothing to do with me.
It actually has everything to do with you.
Just to kind of have a moment and take a breath, okay?
You know, man, this whatever. I'm currently getting pulled over because apparently I went through a yellow light when I was in the middle of the intersection. I'm taking a left-hand turn onto what is that, 3rd Avenue, and I'm already pulled out in the middle of the intersection when the light changes yellow, and I can't stop in the middle of the intersection. I need to leave. So apparently getting out of harm's way is against the law, and we're currently seeing me getting pulled over, and I'm probably gonna get a ticket for this, even though he has no proof other than his word of mouth, which again, he can't prove. And I'm sitting here telling him that it is completely legal to drive through a yellow light because I can't stop in the middle of an intersection. So if you guys wanted me to stop in the middle of the intersection next time, I'll gladly get T-boned, and then you guys can take on the expenses of the damage. So he literally is just sitting here making me wait for no reason, you know, not allowing me to leave. So let's see where this goes. I'm absolutely pissed off with the Lethbridge police because they have no idea how to do their job. And apparently, my exhaust is also too loud when it is completely legal in Alberta to not have a muffler or anything like that, but apparently it's too loud, you know. Even though a shop put it on legally, you know, they had it decibel tested and everything. My car follows all regulations and rules, and he's telling me that it's not. Like, I absolutely love this, bro. Like, let's keep her rolling, man. This is great.
As seen in the footage, Officer Relini, as ridiculous as it sounds, pulled Mr. Steve over in such an aggressive manner, which, by the way, put others in danger for 3 completely bogus reasons. The fact that none of the justifications made sense essentially proved Mr. Steve's point. The entire police force might know him very well and tend to target him whenever possible. Anyway, the first reason was that Mr. Steve's vehicle was very loud. Note that this was a mere assumption, as Officer Relini did not measure any readings that would justify his claims. Plus, Mr. Steve claimed that his vehicle's exhaust was professionally fitted, and the shop even decibel tested it to make sure it complied with Alberta regulations. Next, we have the speeding accusation. Once again, Officer Relini has no tangible evidence that Mr. Steve was surely speeding, and Mr. Steve himself insisted that there was no way he was over the speed limit. It'd be ignorant to come to a conclusion with this one, but the last reason seals the deal and proves that this was a completely bogus stop. Officer Relini shamelessly accused Mr. Steve of something that's the complete opposite of a crime. He claimed that Mr. Steve went through a yellow traffic light, adding that he should have stopped beforehand. According to Alberta's official website, if you're approaching a yellow light, use proper judgment to determine if you have time to safely clear the intersection before the light turns. You must be able to completely clear the intersection before the yellow light turns red. This statement alone debunks Officer Relini's accusations and shows how he simply made up a law and tried to enforce it on an innocent man. Mr. Steve made the perfect decision to continue driving through the yellow light, especially because he was at an intersection, and we all know what happens if you suddenly stop in between one. So it's all clear now. This was a bogus, targeted, and illegal traffic stop.
This is exactly why I'm leaving this country, you know? It's because of like this.
Stephen, how are we doing?
Would be doing fine if you would just leave me alone.
Okay. Do you feel that I sought you out somehow?
Yeah, definitely. I know that you are lying, and you know my license plate. You guys know my car. Every single time you guys come by, you're complaining, oh, it's too loud, it's too loud. You guys know it is 100% legal to not have a muffler here in Alberta. And you know that that's a law, right? That's completely legal. It also was decibel tested by a shop. It was decibel tested by a shop and put on by a shop, not by me.
Do you have any documentation for that?
I have lots, but it's not with me.
And you're
So if you have a problem with it, you guys can go talk to the shop that put it on.
Hey, I'm trying to meet you halfway, but you're
Look, I have already had so many bad experiences, and I know that you're gonna f me over some way over this. So let's get it over so I can continue with my day. Because I'm trying to start a business right now, and you are f***ing it up. I have that I need to do today.
Yeah, me too.
Well, then why are you here bugging me for going through a yellow light when I could have got T-boned if I just stopped there?
Because I'm trying to press upon the need, and do you need to slow down? And
Slow down? I was going the speed limit.
You weren't.
Oh,
And
how fast was I going?
You were going over 60.
And do you have proof of that?
I have a speed estimate. based on my
A
experience.
speed estimate,
Yep.
right? And you have no proof, because I know for a fact that I was in 3rd gear, and if I was in 3rd gear, I can't be going more than 60 because I have a standard. So I know how that works. So I know you're lying.
Okay, I'm gonna issue a violation ticket, Stephen, for failing to maintain your vehicle. The tail light is not working. It's important. You need to have that.
Right. Yeah.
And I also want to caution you in terms of speeding and lights. You need to slow down, especially with winter coming. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going the speed limit
So
again.
Give me a few moments here. Okay.
Look at that, man. I'll show you guys after that. It's in complete working order, and it is absolutely. He's telling me that he's pulling me over for going too fast, and then all of a sudden, oh, your tail light's not working. Like, yeah, I know you did something, you prick. Let's see it going. I'm so fucking tired of this. I just had all of my windows and all my lights and everything tested like not too long ago. It was just in the shop. Like, this guy is so full of shit. So full of it. I got pulled over because I didn't do anything illegal, and he just turned it into something like they always do. You know what I mean? Absolutely great. That's absolutely great. Gotta get this guy's name and badge number too. Watch, he won't give it to me either. I can guarantee you. I'll ask for it, he won't give it to me.
As if the tyranny wasn't enough, Officer Relini probably realized that none of the 3 accusations made any sense, and Mr. Steve was very easily refuting each and every one of them. So, foolishly enough, he came up with an even worse excuse to somehow write Mr. Steve a ticket. Officer Relini claimed that Mr. Steve's taillights were not working properly, and this was a total lie because Mr. Steve said, "I drove to a friend's house 20 minutes after the incident to help me take a video of my taillights. Both of them are working clear as day. My vehicle follows every law here in Alberta. For anyone wondering, I drive a 2008 Chevy Cobalt, not a Lambo." It goes without saying that Officer Relini was now shamelessly abusing his authority by making a complete 180 on his claims and trying to get Mr. Steve in trouble for nothing. Also, another important aspect of every traffic stop is the duration. A traffic stop cannot be prolonged beyond what's necessary. The police have a right to briefly detain you if they are investigating a crime and have reasonable grounds to believe that you are connected to that crime. If the police do not arrest you, or if they do not have grounds to detain you, they must let you be on your way. In other words, Mr. Steve has been unlawfully detained for over 15 minutes now with absolutely no grounds to support any legal investigation.
I just laugh at how they try to threaten you with false allegations, right? Like, just to make you try to admit that you were wrong. Like, dude, I literally have a standard. Look at this. It was in 3rd gear, bro. I have a 4-cylinder car. Like, this thing is not a Lamborghini, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't doing more than 60 in 3rd, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, get out of here. This is kind of a joke, man. We're witnessing a cop literally lie through his teeth, you know what I mean? And he's gonna make me waste a day and everything, and yeah, gotta love that. So again, he's still making me wait here. Like, this is what our tax dollars are going to, ladies and gentlemen. Him pulling me over for absolutely no reason because he knows who I am, just trying to ruin my day. This is what my taxes are going to, so that's why I'm leaving this country right here. Constant, every day. These guys find ways to harass me in every single way possible, you know? Lies about my taillight, lies about my speed, lies about the intersection, you know, just to try to get me to admit something that I didn't do, because these guys are pros at it, you know? No, I know how fast I was going. I was following the law completely. I drive a standard. In fact, I know I can drive better than this guy can, because I guarantee you this guy cannot drive a stick, you know? So it's kind of funny to have people like come at you for your driving abilities when you can drive better than they can, you know? He was the one who endangered other people, you know what I mean? Like, if I went through the light on a yellow light, then this guy followed me. So he was behind me, and ran a red light just to pull me over for no reason. So here you have a cop who is endangering innocent people because he feels like it, you know what I mean? Just to pull me over. That's an absolute scummy thing to do. All because I didn't break the law. Look at this guy. Look at him trying to come up with every way he can to charge me or whatever he can do. You know, been sitting here for like 15 minutes already, so let's see how long this man can make me wait. Come on, buddy, hurry your ass up. It's the most crooked police force on the face of the planet. They've endangered my life already, and now we're endangering other people's lives on the road, you know what I mean? Gotta love that. Because if he claims that I was doing more than 60, then he definitely did more than that just to catch up to me, because I saw him speeding through that light. You know what I mean? So they might have some different laws on what's allowed for a cop and what's not, but I know endangering other people's lives just to give out petty tickets is not one of them. So I'm definitely going to fight this because this is ridiculous. And I'm hoping that you guys do the right thing here and get rid of people like this, because this is what your service is apparently doing for people, is endangering their lives. So I'm gonna ask him when he comes back too. Let's see what his name and badge number, all that garbage is, you know. It's ridiculous, man. I've had friends who've died in car accidents, and I take it very seriously, you know. And when people drive like that just so that they can stroke their ego, like, I cannot believe it. I seriously cannot believe it. These are the people that are supposed to be protecting people, not endangering them. So
a very valid concern raised by Mr. Steve is why Officer Relini is taking so long just to write him a ticket for the malfunctioning taillight, which wasn't even true. A simple ticket like this one, though bogus, typically takes no longer than a few minutes to issue. It seems evident that Officer Relini is intentionally prolonging the traffic stop in an attempt to further harass or intimidate Mr. Steve, as if it wasn't enough by now. This behavior is not only unprofessional, but also a blatant violation of his rights. Given the circumstances, Mr. Steve's plan to obtain Officer Relini's name and badge number is paramount because it will provide him with crucial information to hold Officer Relini accountable for his actions.
There he comes. So what's your name and badge number, bud?
It's Constable Relini. All my information's on the ticket as well. I've charged you with failing to provide the equipment and safety systems not maintained or in good working order. It speaks to your tail light, exhaust system.
Right, and you are fully aware that my exhaust is legal. I know you know, because if you know the law, like you're... Look, man, if you're a cop, you should know the driving laws before you go around charging people with stuff.
Court date set for January 30th. You wish to contest the ticket. Otherwise,
damn right I am. So what makes you think that you can endanger other people's lives?
Do you have any questions on that?
Yeah, what makes you think that you can endanger people's lives? Because if you said that I went through a yellow light, what makes you think that you can rush through after me to give out a petty ticket and endangering other people?
I did not say.
You did, because if you're claiming that I went through a yellow light and it's illegal, you were behind me. So
if you were watching me, you're not paying attention, you're driving.
Right, now this is my fault, right?
So,
I already know how this is going to go down. So
I know I'm getting the sense you're getting elevated again, so I'm going to walk away because I don't want to see this lead to somewhere that...
oh, you will find a way to make it there, just like this is all... You know what I mean? Like you...
I recommend you take a few minutes to yourself before you get back on the road.
I recommend that you stop endangering people's lives.
Give your light and...
I don't give a... You can f*** off, bud. Yeah, f*** you. See what he, see all this here. Violation ticket. What a joke. For a completely working vehicle. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. Are we fighting that? Okay, go ahead. That's off, that's on, that's off, that's on. The other one. That's off, that's off, that's off, that's on. I also forgot to mention in my previous video that video of me showing my taillights was taken 20 minutes after getting pulled over for apparently not having taillights, and they did indeed work. So I just wanted to go on record and say that, because right now it's even, what is that, 12:50, so yeah, so I forgot to mention that. I've been running around doing stuff for my up-and-coming business, so I haven't had time to remember to take the time down, but yeah, so that video was taken 20 minutes after the fact. So,
as demonstrated by Mr. Steve, his taillights were 100% functional, exposing Officer Rellini's malicious abuse of authority yet again, though it was already quite obvious. If we look at the official categories of police misconduct in Alberta, Officer Rellini easily falls under number 3, corrupt practice, number 4, deceit, number 5, discreditable conduct, and number 9, unlawful or unnecessary exercise of authority. By the end of it, Mr. Steve stated, "The LPS is the most corrupt police force in all of Canada, and our federal government has publicly recognized this and has done nothing. They risk the lives of innocent people on a daily basis. Please look up the CSI for this city and you will notice it is ridiculously high. The police create crime where crime does not exist. I really hope one day something is done about them, because I believe in protecting the people, not abusing them." No further updates have been made as of the date of this recording. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter.